there, guys, and gals and everybody else. Sorry about that. I got a request from one of my viewers about my infused oil, and it was in one of my lotions that I did, and I also do an ointment with it. You can infuse oil with any kind of herbs. Look up the herbs that you want to use and find out what their properties are, what they're good for, healing abilities, relaxation, whatever, and infuse an oil, and it can be very useful around the house. My main thing that we make around our house is a healing ointment. We use it in place of Neosporin or bacitracin or any of those things, and it heals very well. But I'm not making that one today. I'm gonna make a different one that I have some herbs here. They're called, it's the name of the person I purchased it from. I honestly can't remember. I will try and look up where I purchased it from, and I'll put a link in the bottom. But this mixture they call Cottage Garden. It's rose petals, calendula, and lavender. I saw this and I thought, gosh, that would make beautiful, beautiful soap. So I'm gonna infuse some oil, and I'm going to use it in a soap or a lotion, or I don't even know what else. I'll use it in all kinds of stuff. But calendula is very healing. It's been used as a healing herb for centuries and centuries. So keep that in mind. Lavender is very soothing and comforting, calming, not only to your mind and spirit, but it's also calming to the skin, to soothe and relax the skin and make it like if there's a rash or any kind of irritation, it calms that, and it takes the redness away and makes it calm down. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I make an infusion. So so this is for you that asked how I do it. Okay, so I take and I measure the herbs by weight. My basic small recipe is as follows, and I'll write it all down in the description, but I'm just going to show you for start. I do 3 ounces of herbs, dried herbs. This smells amazing. I can't even tell you. This is just, ooh. Oh, it smells so good. So this looks like a ton, I know, but it's 3 ounces. And I have my little tiny crock pot here. Let me see if I can push this down a little bit. This is my little guy. You can of course use bigger crock pots and make larger batches. That's perfectly fine. This is just the one I do for a basic recipe. I don't, sometimes I use my bigger. I have a large, small oval that I'll use sometimes. Anyway, we're using this one today. We're gonna pour those in there, and then we'll use this same measuring cup. I've already got this warming. I use sweet almond oil. Great, great company. I use organic. These herbs were organic as well, by the way. And for this crock pot, I use 3.5 cups. I use sweet almond oil because it's so light. And you're just gonna pour it in there. good stir. It's gonna feel thick because that's a lot of herbs in there, but they're gonna kind of cook down. Not really cook down, but wilt down is a better word, I guess. They're gonna kind of rehydrate and then wilt down. Put that down in there. Keep my spoon to the side. Put my lid on. And I'm going to keep it on warm. I don't know if you can see this right here. It's set to warm. Don't turn it any higher than warm because you don't want to cook your oils and you don't want to cook your herbs. If you start to cook your herbs, it starts to smell burnt and it's really not good for anything then because you've cooked the usefulness out of them. So make sure you keep it on warm and check it every hour or every half hour. I check it every now and again. It's going to sit right here on my counter. I'm not making any soap today, so it'll sit right here in the middle. And I could bring you back with me and check in every once in a while when I'm checking it. This will cook for, or not cook, I'm sorry. It'll steep for 3 to 5 hours. So I'll bring it back with me every now and again, okay? See you when I come back. Okay, we're back for just a moment. It's been sitting for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna get a real spoon so I can show you a little bit of what the color change in the oil. Let me give it a stir. It smells so good. Still feels pretty stiff. Nothing's really softened yet. But I can tell there's been a color change in the oil. Well, a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. It's taking on a little bit of a green hue. By the time we're done, it'll be, hey Taylor, can you hand me that bucket over there with that white lid? By the time we're done, it'll be this green color. Maybe not quite so dark, because I don't have any comfrey leaf in this, but it'll be quite the green color like this when we're done. So, okay, I'm gonna cover it back up and we'll go back for another half hour, 45 minutes or so. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back again for just a quick minute. We're gonna give it a stir. It's been about another, I'm not even sure how long it's been. It's been over an hour. But now, I don't know if you can tell by looking, but the consistency is getting, you can feel the oil more because the herbs are breaking down. And the oil is warmer, so it's, you know how oil gets, the consistency changes when it's warm. So I'm just gonna stir it up a little bit here. It smells so wonderful, so earthy and let's check now. Let's show you if the color of the oil has changed. Not too much. I think maybe this combination of herbs and flowers isn't going to change it too much, but it's still infusing. Being in the warm oil, it's infusing. You know that for sure. There's no doubt. So I'll come back one more time in about an hour and I'll show you how I strain it and complete the process. Okay, so we'll be back in just about one more hour. Hi guys, I'm finally back. It's actually the next day. I turned the crock pot off yesterday afternoon and unfortunately was not feeling well, so I wasn't able to come finish, but it's been just sitting. It's morning time now, which is fine. It can sit. A lot of people do infusions in cold oil, let it sit in a window, get the warmth from the sun and do it that way. So it's fine to just sit. So what I have now is a screen colander and this container that I use. These are containers that I get from a restaurant supply. You can see they have the measurements on them from the restaurant, for the restaurants. And I put that inside. And this is cheesecloth that you can get also from any restaurant supply or Walmart or Target or any of those places. And as you can see, I've cut about, I guess it's about 24 inches. And I just open it up all the way to the thinnest possible. Do one more. Make it into a sheet, which is I don't know, looks like about a square yard. See, to the thinnest. And then I just fold it to where I need it, which is about square. I make it into a piece like this. I know it's kind of hard to see, but because I want it to cover this colander completely, but have the pieces be small enough that none of the little tiny stuff gets through. I want it to be completely clean oil. And I'm going to pour this in here, all of it, everything in there I want in the colander. Let me get a spatula to get that out. You're going to want to get all that luscious oil out of there. Every little bit. Say hi, puppy. That's my dog Fluffy saying hello. So now this is just going to sit here in the colander. What I do is wrap all this over to protect any kind of yuckiness getting in it. And I'm actually going to put the lid to the crock pot over it. And I'm going to leave it. And as you can see, it's already starting to colander through greenish colored oil. And I'm just going to leave this for an hour or so, maybe. I'm gonna take my son somewhere right now, and then when we come back, I'll check it. And with gloved hands, I'm gonna squeeze that cheesecloth out as hard as I can. If there's too much oil still in it, I'll let it drain for a little longer, but usually after an hour, hour and a half, plenty has gone through, it's drained as much as it can. You can squeeze the last little bit out, and then you're left with your beautiful oil. So I'll bring you back one more time when it's time to squeeze out the oil, okay? Be back in a little while. Okay, I'm back for the last part of this video. I do want to let you know that this doesn't have to drag out so far. This is just one of those projects that I do kind of in between things and when I am kind of doing other stuff. If you want, you can do this all at one time. You know, put your herbs together, get it in your oil, keep an eye on it for the, 3 to 5 hours, then immediately take it out, strain it, watch it strain, and you'll kind of compact it into more of a 6-hour project as opposed to a 2-day project that I've turned it into. But it can also be this kind of project where you can just do it in between things and not worry about keeping an eye on it, because you don't really have to keep an eye on it. Anyway, so I'm here, I'm taking the bundle out. You can see most of it's drained out. It's almost all of it's in here. And I'm just grabbing the bundle, see? And I've got gloves on, and I'm just gonna squeeze as much of that as I can. And really not much is gonna come out. Give me just 1 second. Out with a clean spoon. See, I've got a nice green oil. You will get well, not microscopic, but little teeny tiny, there's some on the end of the spoon there. Can you see that? See it from that angle. There's little tiny pieces of herb in there, and that's totally okay. That's beneficial stuff. That's good for you stuff. This oil turned out a kind of a yellowish green from the herbs that were in it. And from this point, you can use this to make soap. You can make lotions. Mine's not working, I'm so sorry. Lip balms, colored lip balms, like lipsticks, or like nourishing colored lip balms, ointments, healing ointments, body butters, all kinds of things from this. This is just an amazing beginning oil. So I'm gonna take this now and I'll decide what I'm gonna do with it. This one right here, this other one I had that I showed you, it is made with comfrey, calendula, plantain, and olive oil. I'm gonna make this one into a soap. I'll mix it with some coconut oil and the other soap necessities, and that one will be a soap here today or tomorrow. And this one, I think I might even make that one into a soap too, and sprinkle some of this on the top and make it look pretty. Anyway, those are just some ideas. So thank you for watching, and I hope this helps to my viewer that wanted to see the infusion recipe. I hope you all get a chance to try an infusion. It's great, and it's a lot of fun, and it's super easy, and you can do it with hundreds of different herbs for hundreds of different reasons. So give it a try and have some fun with that. Thank you. Bye.